Hi, it's Yiviri again. Welcome back. If you watched my previous video on Research Rabbit, then you already heard me talk about how overwhelming literature searches can get. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to use another AI tool called Litmaps to help you find papers faster, stay organized, and keep up with the most recent literature in your research area. Come with me, let's go. Now, once you sign up to Litmaps, you would get to the home page, and the first thing is that you would be prompted to start your first search. And you can search by title, by keyword, DOI, or author. I'll go ahead and type in the keywords and then I'll run my search. Okay, so this is the first stage, and Lead Maps has already suggested a number of papers for me. Now, for the next stage, what I need to do is to select a relevant paper that I will use as my input or seed paper to build my first lead map. Now, what do I consider when I want to select my paper? A significant number of citations and a good number of references as well. So I'll quickly go through the articles that Litmaps has suggested to me and check which ones had the highest number of citations. This one has 84 citations. Oops, we're not yet there. Okay. This one has 84 citations. That's 24, 44. This one has 115. Okay, 115 as well. 34, 44, 84, 123, 149. Okay, so I will go for the article that has the highest number of citations. So I'll go for this one. Okay, this one. So if I click on this one, Lead Maps has given me the option to explore related articles. So if I click on this article, I will use it as my seed paper to build my first lead map. But I don't just want to start building my lead map on an article that I have not read. At least I need to read through the abstract to be sure that it is relevant to my research. Or I may want to quickly skim through the entire paper and see if it is relevant to my research. So to do that, I can click on the title and then it takes me to the source page. So here we have our article here. It takes me to the source page. I can download that article and read it, or I can simply read the abstract. Once I determine that this article is relevant for my research, I will go ahead and hit explore related articles. And once I hit that, Litmap will use that as the input article to build my first map. And here we have our map. Beautiful. So here we have our map, a list of articles as well. Now, if you look at this map here, you see that it has different circles. We have this circle at the top here with the black spot inside, which is the input article that we use to build our lead map. And these other articles around here are the papers that have been suggested based on this one. Remember, we said that lead map identifies papers based on connections, depending on references and citations. Good. And what I can do next is to continue growing my map. And to grow my map, what do I need to do? I can select another article from here. You see, if I hover around these circles, it's the year of publication for all the articles there. So I can hover on it. And if I see an article that looks relevant to me, I can go ahead and click on it and then use it again as another seed paper to continue growing my map. And I'll still use the same criteria, look for articles with the most references and citations. So here I have 139 citations, 39, 12, and okay. So I think the article with 139 citations is the one with the most or the highest number of citations. And I make sure that I go to the source page, read the abstract before I select the article. So If I click on more like this, good. You see my map is growing. And now I have 2 input articles. These 2 here, they are the input articles, and my map has significantly grown. So it is increasing my chances of having good research papers that are relevant to my research. And I can continue doing this until I have all the relevant articles, including seminal papers that are related to my research. Now, Litmaps is organized by the year of publication and the number of citations. So if you look at the x-axis here, the papers are organized according to the year of publication, most recently published. And if you look at the y-axis, you will see that they are published according to the number of citations. Now, there is another thing that we can do with Litmaps. Okay? So if I refresh here, okay, all right, Litmaps gives me more papers. And like I said earlier, we can continue doing this. You click on more like this, you verify the paper, check is relevant to your work, and then the process continues so that you can continue to grow your map. Now, by default, Litmap saves the articles. So if I click here, I'll see the articles that I have already selected before. So here they are, right? Now, what I can do is I can tag my articles once they are saved. I can tag my article. So if you can see this article that is already saved, if I click on tag, I can categorize them, perhaps by themes, by sub-themes, by maybe methodology, depending on whatever category I want. I can include any category here so that my work stays organized. I know that this tag with the orange color is focusing on a particular topic, or the blue color is focusing on a particular methodology, so that I will be able to quickly identify whatever theme or whatever aspect of my literature I am looking for. Our Litmap to a reference management tool. As you can see here, it's giving us the possibility to synchronize with Zotero collection. So if you use Zotero as your reference management tool, you need map collections to that. Perfect. Now, there is another thing that we can do with Litmaps. As a research student, as my PhD program will run for 3 to 4 years now, and literature review is something that is never ending. And I always have to work on my literature review. So there would likely be new articles coming up every day, and I need to stay updated to the new research that is available in my research area. So what I need to do is that I can activate Litmaps to keep me updated with the most recent articles available. So if I go to my homepage, I click on monitor, then the only thing I need to do is enable monitor. Once my monitoring is active, Litmap will be able to email me whenever it finds newly published and related articles. That is very important so that I don't miss out on any newly published work, because it can even determine the direction that my research would go to. Okay, and then I don't just have the possibility to stay updated with Litmaps. I can also share my Litmaps either to my inbox, or I can share with my friends, I can share with my supervisor, or I can share it with people around me. And if I want to share my Litmaps, I can come here and share with a link. So I can copy a link and I share with people I want to see my Litmap, or I can share to email addresses, addresses of my friends, my colleagues, or whoever is interested in my research. Or I can also export my Litmap if I want to. So if I click here, you see, it gives me the possibility to export my lead. All right. So that is how Litmap can help us to stay updated, have an organized literature, and, keep us updated so that we don't miss out on any relevant literature related to our research. So in this video and in my previous video, I've showed you how to use two AI tools to search for literature. Remember that different tools use different algorithms and different databases that identify different papers. So AI tools increases your chances of finding the most relevant and even seminal papers that research topic. Thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy your next search for literature. Thank you again. Bye-bye.